What's going on, everybody? Kind of early in the morning. It's 8:30 right now, but I got up at like 6. Couldn't sleep. Saturday. This is the video I wanted to put up yesterday, but I got busy. My nephew come down with his kids and wife, and I went over to my mom's house to eat supper. Just didn't have time to make this video, so I'm gonna make it today. I'm actually on my way to look at something, maybe like a 2-for deal. I'm not going to tell you what that is just yet, but I am going to look at something to see how I like it and then try to figure out how to get it. But what I want to tell you is why you should not trade your V8 or sell your V8. Because I think, this is just my hunch, and I'm going to explain it. Stay with me, I'm going to explain it. But I think V8s in the next 3 to 4 years are going to increase in price quite a bit. And it was 82 degrees here on Wednesday, and it's snowing today. Crazy. It's just nuts. But what am I talking about? Why do I think that this will happen? Let me pull over. I want to read you something. So I'm going to pull over and be safe, because a lot of people would freak out if I read this while I was driving, and I get it. So I'm going to pull over in this parking lot. I need to get gas anyway. So I'm going to pull over right here, park, and I'm going to read you something. Okay, so what am I talking about? I'm talking about CAFE standards. And if you don't know what CAFE standards are, there's probably a lot of people that's never heard of this. But what it is first enacted by Congress in 1975. The purpose of CAFE is to reduce the energy consumption by increasing the fuel economy of cars and light trucks. The CAFE standards are fleet-wide averages that must be achieved by each automaker for its car and truck fleet each year since 1978. All right, so that's what it is. So what does that mean? That means that our government creates standards that automakers have to abide by, mile per gallon wise, by the fleet on an average. And they set those standards, and then the automaker has to try to meet that standard. They don't have to try, they have to do it. But for now, I'm gonna go get gas. I'll pick up where I left off in a minute. Okay, just got gas. This thing has a little tank, and it was still like $25, and I was a little over half a tank when I got it. But that's what we're gonna talk about today, surprisingly enough. All right, let's get back where we was at, talking about CAFE standards. So, the Biden administration has set new CAFE standards. By 2026, automakers now have to have an average of 49 miles per gallon. Let that sink in. 49. This little Scion, when I'm on like the interstate, gets about 34. My Civic SI that got incredible gas mileage got about 41. Neither one of these would have met that standard. Neither. And that's some incredible gas mileage. They're trying to push you towards buying electric vehicles, which I can do another video on that, but that's not as green as you all think. It's very polluting to make those batteries. Those batteries can't be recycled. So in 10 years when they fail, they're all going to be sitting in a landfill just leaking crap all into the environment. Good job. Way to think that through. But nonetheless, that's not what this video is about. 49 miles per gallon. Now, what does that encompass? That does not include, as far as I know, like heavy duty trucks, like 3/4 ton trucks. Your Tundra is included in that. It's considered a light pickup. So that's going to be included. My Tundra gets 14 miles per gallon on the interstate. If I run stock tires, I'm getting like 16 miles per gallon on the interstate. That's not going to cut it. There's no way you can have enough vehicles in your lineup, that I think, that you're going to be able to, even the new Tundra with 22 miles a gallon or whatever it's getting, it's not going to be enough to be able to average 49 miles per gallon as an average for your whole fleet. It's not going to happen. So why do I think that the V8s, such as a car you've not seen yet that I own currently, a car that I may be getting in the near future that I'm not going to tell you about yet, and my Tundra, I'll have V8s in them. Those aren't going anywhere. I'm going to tell you why. Because if anything, if the ammo shortage of 2020 did not teach everybody anything, Americans will pay crazy prices for stuff they can no longer go out and buy new. We all know it's true. You may not like me saying that, but that's 100% true. If you can't go to the store and buy it right and think Flappy Birds. Who remembers Flappy Birds? I have an iPad that still has Flappy Birds on it. If back in the day I wanted to sell that iPad, they were going on eBay for over like $2,000 or something, just because that game was on it, because they took that game off the App Store and you could no longer get it. If you had it on your phone or iPad, they didn't take it away, you just couldn't get it new. Same way with ammo last year. You couldn't find ammo at the store, so people, companies raised 9mm prices on, ball ammo to like $40 a box, and people's paying $40 a box for 50 rounds of 9mm ball ammo that used to be $9 and something a box. So when you can't get that V8 truck anymore, if you have a very nice example, like mine only has 46,000 miles on it. In 2026, if I have less than 60,000 miles on it, which is totally doable because I drive my truck 1,500, 2,000 miles a year, it's hard telling what that truck's going to be worth shortly thereafter, because Americans are going to be like, I can no longer buy a V8 in a new vehicle. Now all of a sudden, I need a V8 because, well, I can't buy it anymore. I'll be very surprised if any automaker can offer a V8 with the gas mileage to average what they need to average in the current administration and keep those standards. I think it's going away. I think we're seeing the end of it. And just my opinion, I'm not saying go out and invest in V8s, but just my opinion, I think we're going to see a sharp incline in the value of things with V8s in them, or just V8 engines in general. A lot of people like to build those things to make a lot of power. And when you can't get them, well, you're going to pay what you have to pay, and supply and demand. And when the supply is none and the demand is high, well, the value goes just as high as the demand does. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Do you think I'm crazy? Do you think V8s are going to be on the rise in about 3 years, 4 years? I can see it happening. I really could, just because I know how the American people act when they can't get something. It's not readily available. We are a society who wants it right now. We don't want to wait. I'm not knocking anybody, because when I want something, I want it yesterday. I don't want tomorrow. I don't want today. I want it yesterday. And there's a lot of people just like me out there. I'm very impatient when it comes to buying stuff. So I think these things are going to go up in value. I appreciate y'all watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'll let you know what I possibly am getting in the future video. I still have a car sitting at home that I've not showed you yet. The weather has not been exactly working with me, because anytime I get a decent day to do it, it's raining that night. And this is a project car, so there's a few places that need some seals, and I don't want water to get in the vehicle, so I keep it under a car cover. So I haven't really had a chance to show you that yet, but it will be coming in the near future. I've already started buying stuff to fix it up, and I'll see you next time.